It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. We love salami flowers. Blah, 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 Framper Joe.
G'day, I'm Liam. This is the Off Air Podcast. We talk all things off air. We have Ben over there.
Hello there.
We do have Belle here.
Present.
And we also have producer Andy.
Present. No.
Hey.
Nice of you to
Well,
show up to
well.
work for once, am I right?
Well, I was listening to yesterday's off-air pod, and I think the running gag with you guys, you haven't had a sick day in your entire career together. It's very admirable.
It is. It is, Andy.
Bella's had many, but I think that
Famously.
you kind of there's a little bit of like bending the rules a bit, like, you know.
Why weren't you here yesterday, Andy?
Well,
Well, yeah,
no. So
what?
here's the thing. So I was sick, and I think that something happened yesterday that gets me off the hook for it being a sick day and classifies it for me being an official work day.
Here we
Right.
go.
So for those who don't know, I was sick and I had barley belly, but not like the craps as much as just cramps. Like, it was really bloody painful stomach cramps, and
Welcome.
I was really bad on the weekend, and then I went to bed at 8 o'clock on Sunday night, and I thought if it was just pain, I'll rock up to work on Monday. But I went to bed, I woke up at midnight, I was awake for probably 2 hours at midnight, and I just thought, I'm so tired, haven't hardly slept, my stomach is still sore, so I'm just going to call it now. I'll message the guys at 4, and I will catch up on sleep, because I hadn't slept very well.
So it was a
and-
sleep day.
No, it wasn't a sleep day. It was I had probably combined 4 hours sleep in the last 3 days, and my stomach was in agony. So that's why. And I thought I was going to try and catch up on sleep until 5:30 a.m. when my phone goes off, and it was Belle messaging me how stressed she was.
I said on the day that you were off, I said on Monday morning when Belle came in and said she texted you, I was like, what a dumb thing to do. I was like, the guy's trying to rest, and then you're like
I'm just
texting
keeping
him.
him in the loop.
He doesn't want to be in the loop.
Hey,
He's having a day
show's
off.
good to go. It's ready. I think I said, like, it's not great.
He doesn't want to know that.
He's sick. He's out. He's about
I
out.
just didn't want to keep
So
him in the dark.
I knew I would get shit from Ben and Liam and you for having a sick day. But to be fair, you don't actually annoy me on the day and harangue me while I'm sick.
I didn't
was
harangue you.
sick.
I didn't ask you to do
But what
anything.
harangued?
I just
How did you
said.
think I was going to react to that? Like, I got a message from you.
Honestly, I thought
man
you were
was
asleep,
harangued.
and you might
You-
look at it at like 9 o'clock and be
and
like, "Oh,
no,
okay."
no. It woke me up and it said, "Hey Andy, this is my memory of it. Hey Andy, the show's not great. I'm really stressed." And you had the melting.
Oh
you had
my
the melting.
God.
emoji. You had
You
the
for
melting
real? And we
emoji.
talked about that in the
right.
off-air podcast yesterday because we said you got to chill,
No,
man. It's
no,
fine.
You had the melting face emoji.
I reckon yesterday's show was better than today's.
No.
That's my take.
Yep.
It's my hot take.
Yeah, I did do the melting smiley face, but I use that one all the time.
So what did
I
you say?
said-
What did the message?
I said, "Hey, hope
Exhibit
you're
A.
okay." This was 5:54. Hey, hope you're okay. Show is done, but look, it's not great. There's F all news and no human. We're going to give away one Taylor Swift double. Not feeling super pumped for it, but that's for sure. Melting fire smiley face.
Well, he probably, when a man's in bed with crippling barley belly, he's being polite for the podcast. I'm assuming there was a bit of poo involved. And then he's
Craps, sir.
well, that's it. And he's being harangued. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Rang him.
you're a harangued.
Well, as soon as you did that, then I jumped on the news sites and I started trying to
Yeah,
find
mate.
stuff.
Well,
And
that's not me asking you to do that. I'm
No,
just
but
keeping
what
you in
did
the
you
loop.
think I was going to do? If
I don't know. Just
in the official books, I don't know what your take is, Ben. I think we get the final call, seeing as we've never had a sick day. I'm happy to on this one once-off occasion, and in the future you will have to put your phone on Do Not Disturb, but I will happily mark it down as a half day.
Yep.
Half day.
Yep. Half day because Belle harangued him.
He was harangued, and
Do we want a bit of breaking AFL news? Andy, you'd like this, sir.
has Stuart Dew been sacked?
He has.
oh right, you just felt that coming.
Who's that?
No, I read it on Twitter before.
He used to
Okay.
play for Port Adelaide, and now he's the Suns coach. Well, was the Suns coach
Famously, someone threw some lollies at him, like because
because he'd put on some weight.
he put on some weight, so the people threw lollies at him. He picked it up and ate it.
Great.
Do you
Why
remember-
was he sacked?
Because he's underperforming.
Yeah, bugger. Poor old Stewie.
I have an order of business.
Do you know,
if I may.
I have a
Go ahead.
weird, just quickly, I have a Stewie Jew story, but it's weirdly like I would hope not now, but like when your partner has the hots for someone, like a bit of a hall pass sort of thing. Like Sarah talks about Stewie Jew more than she should.
Really?
Ooh, what does he look like?
I think
He's a big truck.
probably more in his playing days, but I think she had the hots for Stuart Jew.
There you go, Belle.
Yeah.
That's a current photo of Stewie Jew.
Oh yeah, he's a daddy. Oh my god,
He's a big boy.
Wow. So what's he doing now?
Wow, he's got a lot of free time on his hands.
And you are getting married, so I'll remind you of that.
I can still think people are hot.
No, you can't.
No, that's
Yes, you can.
against the
Actually,
laws
can I
of
tell you
marriage.
something that's happened that
What
I
has
have
happened?
not told you yet?
Is it an order of business?
Sure, if it has to be.
Okay. The table's yours.
So you know how I put my engagement photo up on Insta?
Oh, there's actually something I want to talk about that as well. But yeah, you go.
I put the photo, like the post up, being like, I'm engaged. Woo.
Yep.
And I straight away, within the next half an hour, lost nearly 50 followers. And I think that's because single dudes were like,
damn it!
well,
Damn
she's
it!"
gone.
I bet your Snapchat was decimated.
Yeah. Well, take it from someone who's lost about 10,000 followers.
Yeah,
you'll
when
be-
Liam
you'll be
announced he
right.
was engaged, they all
No,
left.
it certainly wasn't that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's 50's a lot for me. I've only got like 4,000. So that's a lot. Like that number plummeted as soon as people were like,
I'm
I guess
proud to
she's
say
serious.
I'm back up now. I've gained them back.
Wait till you get into the thousands, Belle, where when 50 leave, you don't even notice because you don't see it because it goes up by the hundreds.
I'm never going to get there.
Yeah, you will.
You'll get there.
No, I won't.
Get there, mate.
I don't post anything. I don't care. I don't really want. I mean, I do care.
I did think that actually that's a good order of business. You posted on your own private Instagram the Taylor Swift phone line going crazy.
Yeah.
You should have done that on the Ben Lehman Bell one.
I didn't want to do that because I thought you'd be like, why would you? Like,
No, that's
Liam,
good. That's
Liam's,
good, that's good content.
Liam's thick gates to the BLB.
Liam's
Insta,
gates aren't that thick anymore.
They're so thick.
My gates
They're
are thinner
so
than
heavy.
they were.
Yeah, his gates are thinner.
I did have
They're
pretty
I
thick
didn't wanna
gates.
do
I
that.
was the gatekeeper for a long time. On
Yeah.
the
No, I think
If I
that's
said to
that's
you, can I
great.
put-
That's great content for the BLB account.
I thought if I did that, or if I asked, you'd go.
What I found funny is last night. It's like a little behind the scenes. I mean, Ben was literally, he was like the hospital all day. Like his Sam's
Yep.
honestly about to have a baby like any minute now. And so I was like, oh, hang on, we should definitely put if you're comfortable, Belle, put a photo of your engagement up on the Ben Lehman Bell page. And I was like, I think we did the joke when Ben got engaged and the joke when I got
Yes.
engaged.
And
Of like,
the baby as well.
yeah, so like something else happening, like big news, this, and like two dumb things.
It's
And
a good returning gag for us.
yeah, it's fun. I think the last time when I got engaged was like big weekend. Liam's getting married and Ben finished Farming Simulator 2 because that was the game he was playing at the
Congrats, Ben.
time. Yeah, and then I always love in the comments when more people comment on the other thing than the actual big news. It's fun, and so yeah, like Sarah was working super late last night, so I didn't have anyone to take my photo. So I was like trying to harangue Ben to get his photo, but he was obviously at the hospital all day. But so I was like, how the heck am I going to take a selfie of myself? So what I did is I got 3 bar stools and balanced them. Then I got my little pillow, and then I've got an Apple Watch, but I never really use it. But I need to probably run more and stuff. And there's a feature on your Apple Watch where you can like a spy, like you can take photos. So I was looking at my watch,
creepy.
getting in the frame. And then I had the phone like balancing on a tissue box on top of and then I was like, "Tung, tung, tung," and took the photos. And then I was like haranguing Ben to get a photo in his room. And I put the post up. And then I loved how most of the comments were talking about Ben's games room.
This brings me to my order of business.
Oh, wonderful.
I've been dying to talk about this. So I woke up this morning. I didn't even see the post went up. Like I sent Liam the photo. He posted it. Great. I woke up this morning and I'd been barraged. I'd been harangued in the comments. Everyone was ragging on my monitor.
It's so
yeah,
funny.
sweet setup, Ben. Tiny monitor. My monitor's not small.
It's
my
so
monitor
funny.
is the perfect size for my setup. Okay,
You've
It's-
got so much fancy stuff, and then you got this like
It's not
IKEA,
small.
like
It's not
pop-up
IKEA.
desk
No,
and a tiny
no,
monitor.
Belle. The desk is actually like a really good desk with RGB lighting built in. Now it does look a little bit teenagery, yes, but
It
I do.
looks so funny.
The computer screen is not small. Okay,
It's
I need to
so
explain a few
small.
things, okay? It's actually ergonomically the perfect size for that desk. When you're sitting 30 centimeters away from a screen, you don't want a 70-inch
Then
plasma.
don't sit that close. That's bad for you.
It's a premium gaming screen. I don't know how to say it. Is it Asus, Andy? How do you say that?
I think it's Asus.
Asus. So I got an Asus 4K, 60 hertz, 5 millisecond response time, FreeSync, shadow boost, extreme HDR, high dynamic range, 28-inch. Yeah, it's not massive, but it's the perfect size. I specifically bought that screen to fit in that spot between the end of the table and the PlayStation.
I
measured it, and that was the size that I wanted.
I'll have to defend, and yeah. In response to those comments, yes, it's smaller than your TV, but Ben's not sitting on a couch on the other side of the room.
No.
This is his private monitor.
No.
This is his.
This is where I
special
sit. That's my
room.
zone. I sit in that chair.
Like his face is probably like 30 centimeters away from the screen, so
Yeah.
you don't want it too big.
And
Otherwise,
you don't
it's-
want with TVs, Belle, because they're so big, they're actually a little bit laggy. That's why you want that really low response time, because when you're actually playing a game and you move the joystick, milliseconds count. And so you need
This
a
is a
smaller
real
monitor,
life.
and I wanted a 4K because I value graphics over response time, but I still wanted a good response time. And so spec-wise, my monitor screen is way better than a 65-inch
yeah,
TV
Belle,
screen.
imagine if his haptic feedback wasn't in time with the movements on the screen. I mean, is that even gaming? You may as well roll marbles outside, am I right?
You
Like,
have out-nerded
Bang some
yourself.
rocks together.
You're actually in real life.
People were actually tagging me. with that.
Yeah, why were they tagging you?
People were tagging me saying like at Andy, can you do something about Ben's monitor?
Dad, do
Andy's got one. He's got...
My monitor's like Ben, so my PlayStation is on a desk, and the only difference is I got one of the curved ones.
Yeah,
I got
see,
a curved monitor.
one of my favorite things. Sorry,
I wanted a curved one.
just looking at Ben's gaming setup. Another thing that I didn't notice the first time is he's got the controllers hanging on the wall, like almost like a gun, like a gun
Literally.
rack. So,
Literally,
did you see that? Like,
100%.
You know, in Wayne's World, where it's like, oh, a gun rack. What am I going to
100%.
do with a gun
The other thing
rack?
people don't notice, I think is the best thing about the games room, is I've got all the generations of PlayStation on the wall. So I've got the 1,
pretty
2,
cool. It
3,
is
and
pretty cool.
4, and I've got all the originals. So I didn't
Didn't
get
you?
the Slim
Yeah, you wanted
or the Pro.
the big
I wanted
two.
the original. I wanted the original ones as they came out. They're all mine.
I don't reckon many people had that PS3, that first one.
No, and that's the thing.
That's the tricky one to
I
get.
had that one, but it's my brother's, so that's the only one that I bought. Every other console up there is just my console from growing up.
Good to see the helmet that I bought you for your birthday.
Yep.
In the left.
Yep.
Still waiting on my remember how I called Ben out for not getting me a real present? He said there was one in the works.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I won't forget.
Oh.
I will not forget.
Ugh.
Interesting.
Maybe the present is that he's going to call his son Liam.
Whoa, that
Could you
would be
imagine?
That'd be the
cool.
ultimate
That would be
present.
very nice.
Um,
Alright, is that
if,
allowed
I, if I
business?
said I named him after you, but I called him William, would you accept that? I feel like you try to claim
I would claim it. I would
Yeah.
claim it. How's the other day? So I've always said, I'm a big Oasis fan, but
Real name William.
yeah, you heard it in
As
the
if you didn't
in
know
the
that.
Will Anderson
As
podcast.
if you didn't know that.
You didn't know that, Belle. Come on. No, Will Anderson said that it was, Liam Gallagher's a William. I was like, shit, he's like the most famous Liam.
Hearing it-
Liam Neeson is a real Liam. I know that.
Yeah, hearing the moment where he said that to you and you were like, is it?
Yeah. How's that?
And you're like, I'm supposed to be a big fan.
We
It was
were
very
out.
cute.
We were out on the weekend together, and I heard you guys talking across the table, and I was like, I know what they're talking about. They're talking about my photo on for that podcast. They have like a promotional cartoon, and like I've been listening to the philosophy podcast for like a while. I like the show, so I was like, oh, I hope he does a cartoon for my episode.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I was like, God damn it! Like it was such a
It was
like
weird.
it's like me doing
It
this
was-
weird like smirk, and I was even
You look
looking
like
at it.
a dick.
I know I look like a dick because I was looking at it. I was like, I've never make that face. Also, they are not my clothes. Like I don't wear those clothes. And then I was like, the longer I looked at it, I was like, I know what it is. It's one of the Vicks Vapor Drops promo shots where they like got me to like hold the Vicks Vapor Drops and like do a smirk going like, oh, not bad.
I think
Vapor Drop.
the brief for the photo was look smug because you're supposed to be like your drops
yeah.
smugly work.
Yeah,
It's like, be smug.
I'm safe this winter. So then all of a sudden
Kinda
I've got this
also look like you're
big.
constipated though.
I got this big smug look on my face, like shit. This is my bloody episode, and I'm also wearing like 5
4
layers
layers,
because
yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
it's supposed to be because it was like cold winter, so I've got like a flanny on, and anyway, I was
Yep.
very disappointed. So
that was the choice of photo. Was that
Why
because
would
it comes
they
up?
choose
It must come up in a Google search.
I'm gonna
It
Google
must
I
be.
it.
It must
honestly
be the
don't know
first
what-
high res photo that comes up.
yeah, like if you type in something on Google and then you click big,
Yeah.
and then it has like the high res ones.
Well, I
yeah.
always do high res.
Aw,
I just write the
baby
thing and then
Liam.
high res.
Yeah,
No, it's just a lot of
I was
babies.
disappointed with my cartoon anyway.
Yeah,
Oh, there's like a lot of engagement photos. Hang on, high res?
I would do high res. Yeah, high space res.
Nah.
No, does it come up?
Nah.
Andy,
It's all
anything
just
else?
Triple J photo shoots.
Any other photos or any other orders of business?
Any other orders of business?
Does anyone want to have a go at spelling harangue?
H. Hang on, let me get the drone. H. A.
Yep.
R.
Mm-hmm.
A
Mhm.
N G E.
No, it's
Orange.
Harangued.
Well, I thought it was double R, but you said yes and yes. Were you confirming that they were right in that right order?
No,
Like, or were you giving a bit of a bonus?
read nothing into my noises.
I would say HARRAN. Oh, okay.
Wrong?
That's wrong.
HU.
Whoa, Belle's the worst speller on the team.
Oh, well, I thought we
Whoa.
were cancelling out letters.
Well, Belle, yesterday you didn't
Hoorang!
We're nervous producers, and this is what we do. Hoorang!
Is it spelled harangue? How do you spell it, Andy?
It's like the treat meringue. So it's so it's HARANGUE.
Yeah,
Well,
harangued.
no one was getting that. That should be the name of your son. Harangue. Harangue Harvey.
All right, is that it?
Yeah, it's good to
Yeah.
be back after my.
Yeah, it's good to have you back after your half day,
Yeah.
sir.
Half
Sick
day.
day.
It
No,
was a half
wasn't
day.
day.
Well-
Committee has ruled.
Okay. Oh, no, I'm not getting into this now then.
Well, now you've said something.
So here we go. A can of worms has been ripped open. We were just getting all the worms back into their case, and
Well,
now
like-
a fresh can has been
So
opened.
then if I went home, if I got a migraine like during the show or like at the end of the show, and I went home at 9,
Yes.
Yeah.
is that a half day?
Well, if you got home and then like an hour later while you're crippling agony, if I started haranguing you saying how stressed I was,
If you were
but
like,
the show was shit.
Is that
if you had
Why
your,
didn't you go home when you said the show was shit? What are you doing about
Yeah,
it?
Belle.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, Andy, the show's shit, but we're going to do it anyway.
I was just
Do better.
flagging. I was flagging so that if at the end you were like, "What the hell was that?" I
but
would
like
be
why?
"No, we
but
knew."
we're not.
Like,
We're also. You don't need to justify yourself to Andy. Like it's all just
Yeah.
it's fine. Like he's having the day. He's having a half day.
Yep.
You know. But
anyway, whatever.
yeah.
We're done
It's like the
here.
equivalent of if you went home and had your medication, you're trying to have one of
Oh
your like
my
long comas, and Andy kicked, like the Simpsons thing, and he kicked the door and like woke you up and was like, started haranguing you and shaking your pillow.
Stop shaking her. Plinth.
Plinth.
Plinth.